The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. They will be led out by the Heisman Trophy winner from 2018 from Oklahoma, Baker Mayfield.
And he's a guy who plays with a lot of emotion. He's learned how to channel it real. Because when he throws the football downfield and makes a big play, he'll be the first guy downfield to celebrate with you. But also when his team needs that confidence, when they need that jolt, they turn to him, and he's ready to provide it.
On the first snap, here's Mayfield. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football.
Brandon, I wonder if someone's down there checking on the head coach right now because he might be in a little bit of shock after what just transpired. Instead of a lengthy opening drive to deal with, his guy stepped up and stole that drive away. Momentum on their side now. How will they attack on offense?
So here are the Saints now with great starting field position. They're led out by their quarterback out of Fresno State, Derek Carr.
And it certainly had taken Herbert long to earn his status as one of the league's best and most entertaining passers. Locked and loaded at every snap. And the second he sees an opening, that ball is soaring downfield. You better be on your toes against him on defense. The second you turn your head, he'll burn you.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. Olave over the middle. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that. And that's what he did. Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Carr going to try and throw on third down. And it's a fumble. And fortunately, he's able to get this one back, so it is a first down. And defensively, maybe an opportunity miss there.
No doubt about it. When that ball's out, all you're thinking about as a defender is, this is our chance to make a huge play. Instead, he's able to recover his own fumble. And big sigh of relief.
Yeah, usually those wide receiver fumbles, there's open space around for the defense, but not there. He hops right back on it. First and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
Carr now on 3rd and goal. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
So on 4th down, on comes Saints kicker Will Lutz. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. The kick by Lutz is good, and the Saints are going to take a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive stalls out, but the field goal does get them the first points of the night.
And 3 points, not to be underestimated. How about this, right? You're on the road, you're under the lights, national television audience. This is not a dress rehearsal, partner. This is for real, and a pretty nice opening statement.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken in at the 3. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their second drive. And they'll be looking to make amends for that first drive, which came to a rather abrupt ending.
Certainly did, and I remember going back to my notes before this game, and a lot of times when I scout a guy, I have a little section about how does he handle adversity. And in this case, a big check mark. He may have thrown the first interception, but I don't think he's going to throw very many more.
The drive starts with a run by White. Oh, able to avoid him. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They keep it on the ground. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And this is picked up by the Saints. Taking it right down Broadway. And he's into the end zone. A fumble return and a Saint touchdown. And maybe that's the perils of being a rookie running back in the NFL. I mean, look, it's not easy to hold on to the ball at any level with these talented guys. But in this league, you can learn a lesson early.
Without a doubt, and what a tough reminder for any running back, especially a rookie. The things you got away with in college probably won't work so well in the NFL.
Will Lutz on for the point after. He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Rashad White and the rest of this Tampa Bay offense going back to work now.
Looking for a bounce back. Had the fumble a moment ago that went for a touchdown the other direction. See if he can get back in rhythm.
And you have to be very careful about having too quick of a hook with really good players. I did a guy's game in high school where he fumbled 3 times in the first quarter, finished with over 300 yards on the night, later ended up in the NFL. If you've got a talented back, give it back to him.
First down, Mayfield. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass.
They'll try the right side here with White. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. They went with the run-pass option. I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Mayfield now. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
4th down, so Jake Camarda is out there. And he'll get this away into the humid Florida sky. And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. Here's Carr. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. Now a timeout here, at least for the moment. Looks like one of the Saints is injured, shaken up on that last play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Carr. Thomas has got it. Complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And they just keep marching right along. 1st down on a pickup of 8 there.
1st down, New Orleans.
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. The Saints with a football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Levante David in on the tackle. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Carr. Complete to Olave on the out route. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he picks up the 1st as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain and good enough to move the chains.
Yeah, it's more strong running. Excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Throwing now is Carr. Touchdown, Saints. Jesse James, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead.
The big fella was the recipient there for that touchdown pass, and it seems like more and more the tight end is the guy you have to worry about most in the passing game.
Lutz will look to add the extra point. He's got it, and it's 17-0. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it ends with a touchdown for New Orleans. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
But no, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
A running play on first down will get 4 up to the 29.
The defense thought they had that play covered, but it still got driven backward by those blockers. Those types of plays are a key part of any team's offensive game plan. It all starts up front in the trenches.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Mayfield. Toward the sideline, he will have the first down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet in bounds. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you're like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Now this throw caught left side. He's got room at the 30. And he's going to step out of bounds all the way down at the 20. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Now a give up the middle. This is White. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Now the first carry for... Oh, Edmonds has it knocked loose. And this is picked up by the Saints. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. He's at the 40. The 20. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. So the turnover forced, and a wonderful job on a big return.
And how about the convoy that got created to help him get all the way back upfield? I mean, that's the part that people miss on. That's practice. That's worked on. It doesn't just happen in a game and everyone rallies. They discuss it prior to, and everyone knows their role when they create a turnover like that.
Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. They take over already inside the red zone thanks to a great return there after the fumble. 1st and 10. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. So after the fumble recovery, it's Carr. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings them up 2nd and 10. Over the middle into the hands of Michael Thomas. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
So give them the yardage on the pass and half the distance to the goal line.
Because they're inside the 30. So now you don't march off the full 15, right? You have half the distance to the goal. In any event, that's precious real estate given up.
So now after the face mask penalty, here's 1st and goal. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
Definitely an important sequence here for this defense. They've had their share of struggles in this first half. They just cannot afford to give up another touchdown here.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Carr now to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Now Carr. This is caught. And he'll take this forward for about 5 as we have come upon the 2-minute warning. A gain of 5, but not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal. Will Lutz now to try the New Orleans field goal. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. The kick by Lutz is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So the fumble recovery had them set up in ideal field position, but they can muster only 3 points out of it.
Yeah, when you're able to force turnovers, especially when it results in field position like they had, you really want to make it hurt. Here, they take the field goal. That's definitely not what they were hoping for.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Running back Chase Edmonds gets set to start this next series. You can count his carries on one finger. They've only given him the rock one time, Charles. What gives?
So we can't draw any conclusions just yet. He has to touch the ball multiple times in order to get into a rhythm and have a chance to have success. You know who else gets into a rhythm? The offensive line. They feel better about what they're doing when they know they've had multiple opportunities to get it done.
Yeah, well, the conclusion we can draw so far, they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. Let's see if they change tunes. Meanwhile, Mayfield's throw taken in by Evans here. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
The pickup of 6 brings up 2nd and 4 at the 31-yard line.
Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. To throw again on 2nd down. Mayfield. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
Mayfield on 1st down. Forced out to his left. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this 1st half.
No, not at all. And I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Mayfield with it once more. This will be caught downfield by Gage. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Mayfield to throw it. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
And again, it's Mayfield. And he's going to have the hook up to Gage.
The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield.
And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
But with the score where it is, you're not thinking field goals right now. You need touchdowns. So that was a much-needed conversion there on 3rd down.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. And a quick throw here, that's complete. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt.
Blankenship's kick is good.
And that will move the deficit from 20 down to 17. Maybe a moral victory of sorts. They're on the board here late in the first half, but this offense just hasn't looked that sharp.
Yeah, but at least they got the 3 points, right? At least it's something to quote-unquote hang their hats on and maybe feel a little bit better about themselves as they head to the half.
Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. Taken at the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Saints out on top. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Back to you guys in a bit. But first, we welcome everyone to our EA Sports Halftime Report. First things first, let's get a check on the next-gen stats from that first half for the Saints. And despite the big lead, they really did next to nothing throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage. We'll see how aggressive they want to be going forward. Meanwhile, for the Bucs, they had a little more success than their counterparts did in the passing game, as evidenced by the numbers there.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick.
Fielded just outside the goal line.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. from the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. They start the second half here with Williams. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Here's Carr to throw. It's caught on the right side. Williams. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 12 yards there. Good for a Saints first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. Olave over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. With an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. Now Carr again. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Smith. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. Now a give up the middle to Williams. And he'll get it inside the 35.
They suspected it as a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Carr. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And now it's 3rd and 4.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing reps that they worked on through training camp, OTAs, minicamp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Joe Tryon-Shoyinka showcasing the pass rush.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This will be from 56 yards out. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and the lead will stay put at 17.
And anytime you see a kicker trot out to try one for 56 yards, you know everything's got to come off perfectly for it to have a chance. If the laces aren't quite right, if he doesn't hit the fat part of the ball just right, it's unlikely to go through, and that one winds up no good.
Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half. So the missed 56-yarder, and now the flip side. Good starting field position at the 46 near midfield. Mayfield off the play fake. This is caught by Evans. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 23 yards, the final tally.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. To throw, Mayfield. Over the middle, he finds Godwin, complete. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic and people wanting to put a little contact on him. Really well done.
From the 22, Mayfield. A quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
On 3rd and 1, here's Mayfield. And this is caught by Evans. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
At this point in the game, in the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
3rd quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up. Mayfield now. Quick throw, finding Mike Evans. And the Bucs are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Here's White. And he loses the football a second time. And this is picked up by the Saints. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
Partner, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You have one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen.
They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. One quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6. They run it again with Kamara. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. You can really tell right now both sides have amped up the aggressiveness. That time the offense winning the aggression battle.
And the defense was obviously aiming for the football, maybe a little bit more so than the runner himself, and that's why he was able to break through and get the gain that he did.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
On 2nd down, Kamara. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Trying to run down some clock with Kamara. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Again, it's Kamara. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
Carr going to try and throw on 3rd down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Here comes the Saints punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. This is taken around the 12. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
A gain there of 21 yards. And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call.
After review of the play, ruling on the field stands.
So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the official saw, as this play will stand as is. First down, Mayfield. He'll get that out to the flat to White. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. He completes it to Evans. Down inside the 10. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Mike Evans, 41 yards. And the Bucs are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter. Rodrigo Blankenship now for the PAT. It's up, it's good. That'll make the scoreline 20-10. So that drive for 4 plays. And it's Mike Evans who caps it with a touchdown reception. So 2 scores down, time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. Oh, I think the Bucs got it, and they did. Tampa Bay football. Well, that certainly makes things more interesting. You get the score, then you get the onside kick. A little uphill battle still, but a start.
It's not mission accomplished, but the plan is working. They're in a great spot right now, and the best part, they put the defense right back out on the field after having already scored.
Yeah, they've got the momentum here now. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They might be thinking this is close, and this is intercepted, and that should do it. Isaac Yedem picks it, and the Saints are going to take possession of the football. For this defense, CD, that's kind of the icing on the cake here as we get to the end of this one.
And didn't you feel that they weren't just going into total prevent there? You know, they had the lead, and sometimes you fall back and you lose your aggressiveness. Not in this case. They were still making a play on the football, and look how that one turned out. They may have salted this one away.
The New Orleans offense set to take over. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the fourth quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining.
this, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. They'll stay on the ground with Williams. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on 3rd down. Up the middle, it's Williams. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And this won't get there, won't be on line either. It's no good, off to the right, and the lead will hold at 10. And that miss should just about write a finish to this one.
Yeah, they needed 2 scores, and they needed that field goal there to be the first one and still give them an opportunity. But now, with the time left on the clock, I think this one's about finished.
Mayfield and the offense now. Down 20 to 10, 55 seconds remaining. Their offense has struggled all night, and now they need to find 2 scores late to try to pull this thing out. Here's Baker. On the left side, a catch by White. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield. And he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
First down now, but that clock rolling. Mayfield. And his throw here is incomplete.
With no timeouts left, that's a dangerous proposition. Work in the middle of the field. Fortunately for them, that one fell incomplete.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Mayfield to throw. And he comes back with one complete. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. So this one a victory here for New Orleans. And it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the first half, you think to yourself, okay, they've got something working here. They know what they're doing. They'll continue that along. But instead, it's goose eggs in the second half. Fortunately, enough of a cushion and enough defense to carry them home.